Trinidad Tech Cast episode 31. We are on your radio, your car, your phone, or wherever it may be. And special shout out to the new person who told me they are part of the 20 and they've been listening for a while now. And it's so glad to hear technology from a Trini perspective. And every time you send me a message about that, I will shout you out. Because I'm glad that you actually listen. And what's his name, boy? Just now. By the time I find his name, let me tell you this guy's name.
Yeah, Mr. Redbit Tech, Redbit_Tech. And no, I'm not going to slip up and say my actual name.
I was not trying to get the government name out here. I wasn't trying. His name is Kwasi Orozco. Kwasi Orozco, yeah.
You know, you have a way of pronouncing people's names, you know, so
yeah,
you should probably apologize if you...
I'm sorry if I butcher it, because, I just go by syllables now. I am a syllabalistic person, so if I see it syllabalistic, then I'll say it that way. But more than likely, I butcher the name Kwasi, Korea, whatever it is, but thanks for being a listener, and I hope you enjoy this podcast just as you enjoy all the others. And he said the new intro was fire. That's what he started off by saying. He said the new intro was fire and he liked it and whatnot. So as you get accustomed to the new intro, we'll get accustomed to the transitions too. What are we talking about today, boy? We are talking about TSTT downtime, cybersecurity, tax evasion. There's an article that I saw that I found very interesting because it sounded so confusing that I wanted to dissect it. And then Disney Plus is getting a shake-up because at some
why
point
not?
At some point in time, the rubber had to hit the road at some point in time. So let's go. First story is TSTT downtime. So TSTT Crash on the 10th of August. Let me share the article with you all so you can see.
That was
Thursday? Okay. So here it is. TSTT outage affects thousands. And somehow these newspapers just use some of the most cringiest pictures of the CEOs on them. And you'd be like, because they have it on file now, and basically once you do an article, they use that same picture that they have on file. But of course, boy, there's the whatever. Thousands of telecommunication services of Trinidad and Tobago customers were unable to place calls, access mobile data, and internet services for hours yesterday after the provider suffered a widespread network outage. TSTT Chief Officer Lisa Agard said the disruption was triggered by an unexpected circumstance which persisted until approximately 11 a.m. We acknowledge and deeply apologize for the impact this disruption had on our customers, connectivity, and daily routines, she said in a voice recording, which was part of a media release for the company. And here's the explanation. The incident was an isolated occurrence and shouldn't have happened because of several backup plans TSTT had in place. We immediately dispatched our internal engineers as well as engineers from our vendors and were able to isolate and fix the problem. So apparently the backups failed. And what the first thing that came to my mind was, wait. TSTT has so much pull in terms of companies and organizations being down when they go down, boy. I think
it's probably a legacy thing, you know. So like if you're a company operating in the past 20, 30 years or whatever, you know, you're probably with TSTT that while, you know, and you never really explore digital or whatever, and they probably have a lot of, in terms of the backbone of the country and the government and that kind of thing, you know, TSTT is, 49% government or 51%, so I mean...
Yeah, licensing office had to put out a press release, banks put out press releases, all kind of people put out press releases saying, because of our current thing, our phone lines are down. But I know, you know, some of those places, their phone lines are always down, eh? But they just kind of...
Yeah, but So, all right, we talk about TSTT's backup failing, right? So, what about backups for these all these other companies? Because I mean, you yourself have a company, right? You do teaching, a lot of your stuff is online, right?
Yeah.
And I sure you yourself have some type of redundancy.
Two connections,
Right. So if you as a small business, you know,
micro, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, your plans are expanding and scaling. You as a small business could have that foresight to have some type of redundancy, but things on.
Let me think. So the article says that while it was business as usual for telecoms providers, Flow and Digicel, their customers complained that they couldn't place calls to B-Mobile's fixed line mobile lines. They were getting a message. We were unable to complete your call due to problems on another network. So if it's internet, I will hold our company to task and be like, listen, hold on. You can't be running our company in this day and age and you want internet connection when a lot of your stuff depends on the internet. The phone line thing I could get, because to get your TSTT number to be on a PBX, and then have another number coming into that same PBX, and you're able to call. It's hard to do that with phone lines unless you purposefully advertise two different phone numbers and say, okay, this phone number is down. If this one not working, you could call us on that one. That means you have two phone numbers from different companies. So the phone line part, I could let people slide. But the internet part, nah, boy, you're totally correct. I agree with you 100%. Like, you can't be running a big organization and telling me, nah, we can't process your order or whatnot or your whatever it is now because the internet down.
Yeah, like a bank, I sure they'll lose probably hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars just because they couldn't. So...
No, what I want to believe, let me tell you what I want to believe. They have a backup connection. They have a backup internet connection, but it's just not front-facing. Because they would initiate the backup connection and say, okay, this is for all of the back-end stuff that need to take place, the wire transfers, the link to the server, the Visa connection and all that. And the front-facing people salt. I want to believe that because, as you have said many times, I am the optimist. But for some reason, I feel like I don't think so. If anybody working in a bank, message us now. You message me at makeITsimpleTT, message him at redbit_tech, and let us know. Yes, banks do have redundant connections, but we just don't put it out for the public because that's what I want to hear.
And I mean, you would hope so too, but what was concerning, and a couple of people confirmed this to me that, the emergency services lines, those were down, like 999 and 990, so if you probably needed to know the actual phone number of the police station. But again, if the police station line was via TSTT, what was he, what he was going to do? If God forbid, you had an emergency fire or whatever.
Yeah, well, as you say, when you say this with the legacy stuff, more than likely the police station line is TSTT. And you don't know 225 number for a police station. And let me see they have a list of businesses affected. So let me see what's going on. Licensing division offices, all of them were affected. The Ministry of Works and Transport stated that. First Citizens Bank, all is a government. First Citizens Bank is a government bank, right? Online banking, ATM. NIB, WASA, Caribbean Airlines, the Eastern Regional Health Authority. Whoa. Supermarket Association, right, yeah. So mainly things that are linked to the government or are affiliated or associated with government. So First Citizens Bank associated with government, licensing office, government, WASA, Caribbean Airlines, NIB, government stuff. So all of these government offices are on TSTT for their internet and their phone lines. Of course, more than likely because they don't have to pay the bill.
Yeah.
The bill is organized by some sort of, I don't know, what else call it again? A contract agreement?
Yeah, or maybe it's highly subsidized,
Yeah, maybe something so. So they don't have to pay the bill, so they just basically stuck there, and there is no need for redundancy because that's our next course. So you think okay, sadly we have to think like this, but you think the government will just be like, yeah, somebody in the meeting brought up the need for a redundant internet connection, but we don't have the budget for that because we don't see that as a priority. You think that happened in our board meeting?
I don't know. I mean,
They don't want to say.
but at least I think, okay, you should at least prioritize or have some kind of, hierarchy in terms of which services definitely need redundancy. So emergency services, hospitals, you need to have some type of redundancy. Things that very time sensitive, at least look into having some type of redundancy. In terms of licensing office, if you put on a scale versus licensing office versus a hospital, the hospital probably take priority. So at least focus on those type of services that could literally mean life or death,